Avatar Consciousness, the Lightwarriors Way. What is Avatar Consciousness? Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Jan Marie, and I'm going to explore this concept with you this morning. From my perspective, Avatar Consciousness is committing to the intentional understanding to the deepest possible extent the evolutionary process of ourselves, our solar system, our galaxy, and our universe in this grand experiment we find ourselves in. Avatar consciousness recognizes the universe, the solar system, and we are all expressions of the One. We are all made of the same stuff, and that through quantum entanglement, we, as individuated souls, can influence how things unfold on our planet and in our universe at both the physical and spiritual realms. Avatar consciousness is understanding and embodiment of the laws of the universe and of the laws of the manifestation of matter we all carry within. It is the understanding that the chaos we are witnessing unfold on our planet at this time is a physical manifestation of the chaos individual souls are feeling at a collective level. From this space, Avatar consciousness represents the commitment and intention to offset these chaotic energies through all means possible, physical and spiritual, while committing fully to our own soul evolution journey. We are in an incredible and transformational cosmic moment in time. Earth's mission is to give souls the opportunity of fully experiencing and expressing freedom of choice through the fully developed and fully individuated ego, and having freedom of choice choosing between the energies of love or fear in all we say, be, and do. As Avatar Consciousness Light Warriors, we are here to dissolve and destroy the inverted matrix at the physical and spiritual levels, and to blaze new territory in creating the new both physically and spiritually. And we are gifted the wisdom of spiritual science to understand all we embark upon. The ancient term of spiritual science has now been rebranded in today's world as quantum physics. They are one and the same. We really are in a moment in time where science and spirituality have become completely congruent. Avatar Consciousness Light Warriors are the holders of the torch, lighting the path for others to follow. And when we embolden ourselves with spiritual science wisdom, we become ever more powerful in both our light work and in the physical manifestations of breaking the old and creating the new matrix. And we must hold true to this mission with grace and humility, empowering others to open to and follow their heart-based wisdom blended with the intellect of their mind. Spiritual integrity takes precedence over physical integrity, which in many cases has succumbed to the limited belief systems of others. We are the system breakers. Our missions are multifaceted. We are here combining the mission of escalating our own soul evolution journeys, of dissolving this inverted matrix in the spiritual and physical sense, of creating our new earth, and of being the bridge between 3D and the higher dimensions for others to ascend across. Handing our journeys over to our higher self is an essential ingredient for all aspects of our mission. Our higher self has access to so much more universal data than we can see from here. And much like a kaleidoscope, energy will move matter around to align situations, to put us on certain grid points or take certain actions at specific moments in time. My recent and unexpected trip to Egypt is an example of this, as is my trip to Israel in a few months. These are no small feats when travelling from New Zealand and with currency cross-rate influences. But by handing over to my higher self to make these trips possible and taking the action steps guided, the way is facilitated by my higher light team. The key is staying out of the way to allow the wisdom to come through, and then to action the impulses. We must take the actions based on the impulses we are given. The more we hand over, the more guidance we will be given, and the more we alchemize physical matter, gifting ourselves the support required for our mission work and our daily lives. These impulses may be physical in nature, or reoccurring feelings, and or the presence of incredible and sometimes magical synchronicities. The more we hand over to and take action on this higher guidance, the more magical it all becomes, and the more proficient we become with it all. And so it is that for more than a decade I have been involved in disclosure and ascension work, and so it is that 11 of the last 13 years I have found myself on this spectacular grid point during the Sirius Lionsgate Stargate. Mount Ruapao is a live volcano. I knew a beautiful and a perfect ski day would manifest if this is where I was meant to be this year. Lake Taupo was our second location, and under it is a massive volcano, apparently big enough to create a pole shift should she blow. Our higher self will always give us signs of validation. A significant sign this trip was our room numbers 316 in the first location and 613 in the second. A clear reminder of as above, so below, and the cosmic mirror. These were validations from the universe of the significance of these grid points in relation to the geographical shifts our planet is moving through at this time. And so it is that I set intentions of being mindful of these volcanoes in relation to universal energies as I moved my light column around these grid points without the need to understand exactly how my light column is being used by higher forces. In this mission work, which has taken me all around the world, I am guided to not seek that understanding beyond what I know, as this would create limitation, as words cannot fully portray this mission work. Ascension at this time centers around the ability to make our own choices, and in those choices to choose between the emotions, energy and motions of love or fear. We have been gifted a fully individuated ego to allow our souls the full expression of this freedom of choice using our own intellect rather than relying on others, which, depending on the choices we make, gives us an incredible opportunity for soul evolution at this cosmic moment in time. In earlier evolutionary incarnations, we were gifted the experience of separation and independence to allow the full expression of conscious choices as individual beings, based on individualization rather than the collective consciousness. Embodiment of a fully independent soul created through separation and able to make our own conscious individual choices and using our own intellect gifted to us through our fully individuated ego is the evolutionary mission at this cosmic moment in time. Another way of saying this is, as individuals, we are here to blend the wisdom of the heart as individual beings with the logic of the mind in all we be and do. We have just come through a period where we have observed many souls give over both their independence and their intellect to others in making certain choices. More choice points will manifest on these souls' journeys to give them another opportunity to realign. When we become proficient with blending the energies of the wisdom of the heart and the logic of the mind, these become our new operating systems. And we are here to work within the 3D space. And within this 3D space, we must apply logic and wisdom to the mission work, which we will be guided to, then to act on the impulses. As always, acting on these impulses will always be a matter of free choice. For me, this has necessitated not just skipping over the top of issues, but diving deep into all I've been asked to action, thereby blending the wisdom of the heart with the logical thinking mind, ensuring a much deeper understanding. This is very much the space I work with in all I do, my evolutionary work, my disclosure work, and my ascension work. Ascension is spiritual science in action. Ascension teachings must be logical. Nature shows us this is so. Nature is our great master teacher. It is cyclic and logical, and thus so is ascension. Nature is a true expression of spiritual science. Sadly, among the New Age community, there is a lot of disinformation around ascension, which serves to disempower individual souls from doing the work. And this is something all souls must come to understand. As I have said, the chaos the planet is expressing at this time is a manifestation of the chaos people are feeling within, which in turn are being amplified by solar and cosmic energies. Everything happens at the energetic level first, then manifests here on Earth. The more souls who choose to prioritize their soul evolution journey and actually do the work and embody the mystery teachings, the sooner this chaos will settle as we set and hold the intention for this to be so. Avatar consciousness requires we awaken to the inverted matrix as part of our journey to give full context to our soul evolutionary journey at this cosmic moment in time. This opportunity of soul expression and expansion is only possible because of other evolutionary incarnations which have gifted us becoming fully separated souls out of the oneness, and more recently giving us the intellect of a balanced ego, but balanced only through choice, to take us to the next stage of evolution. This is true spiritual sovereignty, conscious decision-making based in the blending of the energies of the heart and the head. Sadly, and there is no judgment in this comment, what we have recently witnessed are many hardened egos and many codependent souls who unconsciously gave their spiritual and physical power away to others. I expand upon these mystic teachings touched on today on my retreats and my quantum healing sessions and forgiveness webinars. I hope I have been able to give you an understanding as to why we must all prioritize our own personal soul evolutionary journey at this moment in time, as this is where we stand most fully in our spiritual power, thereby able to be of service to humanity across all levels. If you feel called to prioritize your soul evolutionary journey, I would love for you to join me at our next multidimensional mastery retreat in November. All details for this are on the Avatar Consciousness webpage. If you go to the retreats page, it's all there where you can now book automatically. And the final thing I'd like to leave you with is this: there is no such thing as a magic bullet regarding ascension. Like everything else, this is a choice, and soul evolution requires discipline, commitment, intention, and complete awareness. We must do the work, and we must gain the understanding of what we are actually being asked to do. Once we commit to the journey and go deep with gaining this wisdom and embodying all we remember, we become the alchemist. So please be true to yourself. Infinite love, light, gratitude, and freedom to each and every one of you. If you enjoyed this insight, please give me a like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel so we can rebuild it. Much gratitude.